And because of those planned protests, many events were either shortened or canceled in the Madison area in the days leading up to them, including the Farmers Market and Atwood Fest.
Yeah, some pretty big events here. There are no signs that those protests are coming to an end anytime soon. So we do want to bring in our Ellie Pomerleau. She is live from that memorial site on Willie Street. And Ellie, how are things looking out there this morning?
Yeah, hey, good morning. And emotions continue to run high. We were closer to the memorial site this morning, but we were asked to move outside of the barricade. So that is where we're at right now. I'll give you a closer look. People still remain outside that barricade here. And when we were at the memorial site this morning, it's definitely grown. A lot more candles, flowers out there, tents, even tables with some food and water available, as some people still remain out there this morning despite the humidity. And this memorial continuing to grow after a series of demonstrations that happened over the weekend. Tim, you had mentioned the Dane County Farmers Market, so let's start there. On Saturday, the Dane County Farmers Market, they closed early ahead of anticipated protests, with organizers saying that they are mourning with the community and business cannot go on as usual. Crowds still came out to the square for the market, but there were shortened hours for that market. And as that market ended, protesters did come out to the Capitol Square to call for justice for Ruiz, a smaller crowd than the farmers market had anticipated originally, but they still showed up, activists, to share their message. And then after that, Saturday night came a glow-in-the-dark march. So protesters gathered back on Williamson Street, and attendees, they were encouraged to wear all black and to bring glow sticks and flashlights for that. And then later into the night, hundreds of people and dozens of cars, they made their way through State Street. Drivers, they honked their horns, as you can hear there. Some cars, they even played recorded police sirens as people marched through State Street and chanted alongside of those vehicles. Again, we were closer to that memorial here this morning. It is continuing to grow. People remain out there right now. This is as close as we can get this morning outside of this barricade here, which now has some cars out front of it as well. The investigation is ongoing. We will continue to update you as we learn more. For now, reporting live in Madison, Ellie Pomerleau for 15 News.
All right, Ellie, thanks.